Salam alaikum. Buenos dias, guys. I'm just coming in here real quick because I was thinking about a couple of weeks ago. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I don't know if he posted it in one of the videos, but he put the movie Ghost, and I was like, yeah, that movie Ghost as an oldie but a goodie. It's with Patrick Swayze, right? But in my mind came situations where, you know, people that go to get spirits and don't really understand the spirit that they are bringing with them, and what's the consequences of bringing these spirits with you to do a certain pact, or to, you know, use them in a fundamento, you know, in an enganga. And I'm over here since this morning. I don't know why it came to my mind. The movie Ghost came to my mind. Then I remember, I think it was Tata Matamba who put it on one of the posts. He posted it somewhere on one of my videos when I put recommended movies. Yeah, recommended movie with Allan Kardec about the European, when the European Spiritismo was very strong in it, and when they first started experimenting on it. Well, you know, I was like, you know, yeah, that is a good movie. Why? Because, you know, there's people that go to these places to get spirits, and they bring spirits that they haven't really investigated, you know, how these spirits passed away. What are the influences that these spirits had or have? Like, you know, were there you know, rapists, you know, and, you know, a spirit that's a rapist is going to be inclined to this nature, to this rape nature. You understand? So I'm like, wait a minute. I thought a lot about this, a lot of stuff like this before, but today it hit me. I'm like, okay, let's say a person goes, gets a spirit, doesn't do the proper pact with it, right? Doesn't know exactly what that spirit's about, what that spirit did when he was, you know, embodied in the flesh. And they get a spirit that's a rapist, right? Or a child molester, let's say, right? And then because they didn't follow certain procedures, they put the spirit in their receptacle, whichever one it may be, or did something with the spirit, and now this spirit is in other words either molesting him, or raping him, or raping his wife. Meaning that, you know, the wife could start having dreams that there's a spirit that's having some type of intercourse with her. Or even him having dreams where his spirit is having intercourse with him, you know, like here, like, you know, grabbing, taking, you understand? Rape. And I'm like, wow, you know, this is a big possibility that this happens. Because when I was a kid, I heard of a lady that this was happening to her, and she would wake up with bruises in her body. And I'm a young kid, but you know, my mom is talking to her. You know how kids are, we nosy. And I'm hearing what's going on, and I hear, you know, something about intimacy while she's sleeping. She's by herself. She lives by herself, and she wakes. You know, the performance is like if it was real life, and, you know, she gets off and stuff like that, and but she wakes up with bruises in her body, and I always had that in my mind as a kid. So now I'm thinking about these spirits, right, that people could go get, and don't do the right investigations, don't follow the right tratados, treaties, don't know what are they bringing, and then these spirits start affecting their lives, their family members, and their loved ones. You know, That's another way of looking at it, right? And then I'm thinking about the movie Patrick Swayze, right? Because when I have spoken here, I have spoken about a lot of times about spirits, how spirits are connected to this world, the ones that stay roaming. But you see, if you look at the movie Patrick Swayze, he was walking with her right down the street, I guess going back home from somewhere. I don't remember it all. And a guy comes to stick him up. It was for a reason, but a guy comes to stick him up. He forces with the guy. They kind of, get into a struggle. The gun goes off. It shoots him, kills him. But Patrick Swayze, the guy runs, and Patrick Swayze runs after him because he doesn't notice that he's spirit now. It's not the body. So he runs after him. But when he turns back from seeing, to look back, to come back, he sees that his body's in the ground. And he's stuck. Why is he stuck? Remember, he loved that girl so much. Him and that girl had a beautiful bond. Remember, he never said, I love you to her. He always would say a word, a phrase. I forget the phrase he would say, to mean I love you. But he never said it. And then you see that he stays so connected to this world, like his time it wasn't his time. You understand? They took his life. And not only is he trying to protect her, he starts learning from another spirit that roams in the trains. He sees that this spirit moves things, so he wants to learn how could he move certain objects to be able to help his girlfriend that's still alive. And if you notice in the movie, you got Whoopi Goldberg is in, and then she's supposed to be a medium. It's a good movie, so I would advise you guys to check it out. But just don't look at it just for the movie. Look at the connection that guy had with his girl. How much he loved her, that he could not leave this realm. He could not leave in peace, and he had to stay till he could accomplish to help him find out who killed them and what was the reason for and everything. And then at the end, if you got a little bit of sentiment, you might start tearing. But look at things like that. Look at that movie, and you will see kind of when I explain the stuff about spirits. Look at that, and remember what I said about what about if you get a spirit that's a rapist because you didn't follow the right procedures and you didn't do the right tratados with that spirit, and you end up coming back with a spirit that is not that you could use them, but also some way, somehow, it could try to harm you or your family members. Something to think about. Just something I wanted to come out and say, and make a real quick short movie. Check real quick video. Check out the movie Ghost. Look beyond the movie. Read it, and you could understand more. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam, and Sambi Lakutare. Have a great day, guys. Just a thought that came.